Hello, everyone. I'm Bill Zajewski, Vice President of Product Marketing for ATG, and with me today is Alain Gendre, the Senior Partner Marketing Manager for CyberSource, who also happens to be an expert in payments and payment security. So we're going to talk a little bit about that topic. Let's start with PCI. It's something that we hear all the time. I'm not sure our audience or everyone knows what PCI is, but I know I saw a survey, in fact, that when CIOs at retailers were surveyed what their top concerns were, PCI was right at the top of the list. So why don't we start there? What's going on with PCI? What is it?
So PCI stands for Payment Card Industry. And what happened in 2004 is that the Card Association created a set of rules to protect cardholder data, among other things. So basically, if you accept credit cards, you need to conform with a set of rules. Mm-hmm. And the exact term is PCI DSS, Data Security Standard. So when you look at the survey, it's a great survey actually. When you see PCI, what the CIOs are concerned about is definitely to be compliant, but most important, they want to protect the payment data because they don't want to see the name of their company in the newspaper. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the TJ Maxx story?
Right,
you know, when
right.
You know, what happens when your company is in the newspaper because they have lost recourse? You have 30% of your existing customers that will not shop with you anymore. That's right. The real concern. That's why they have nightmares.
No, you're right. I mean, in payments, a lot of times it's not just about losing the credit card information
exactly.
that you want to lock down for PCI compliance. But think of their brand. Everyone was afraid
exactly.
to shop there because of the risk of getting their card numbers stolen. So so it seems like, okay, so payment data, PCI, you have to basically encrypt, lock down the payments. It seems like that's a solvable problem. Just go and find out where all the payment is and lock it down. Why is it so hard?
It's odd because, ATG, you know that very well, is that you have multiple channels, so you have multiple systems. So you have payment data in the POS, in the call center, mm-hmm. on the website, and usually it's different systems. So basically you have those kind of toxic data everywhere in your systems. So the approach we recommend is actually, first of all, to centralize all those data. Mm-hmm. Centralization, so you minimize your footprint, your payment data footprint. And the next step is you don't need to store the payment data. Mm-hmm. What you can store is actually representation of those payment data. So in case you have a breach in your system, what the hackers will find is just tokens and not the real data. You can store that in a system like the one CyberSource provides.
Ah, got it. So I have heard that term, tokenization.
Yes.
So what you're doing there is you're not physically storing the payment data, but actually a pointer to it or a representation of
exactly.
it. And so that when they get their hands on that data, they're actually getting their hands on a token that's unuseful to them.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. So what's your solution then? What is CyberSource's solution for payment management? Is there a specific product for centralizing payment management?
Exactly. So what we provide, the technology is called payment tokenization. So okay. What we do is that we store all the data, we protect them, and what we return to the customer, to the merchant, we return a token mm-hmm. that looks like a credit card number, so it can fit into legacy systems. Mm-hmm. But we also return the mask for the 4 last digits, for example, of the credit card.
Right.
And then we have servers, data centers that are PCI level 1 certified. We do that for a living, so we protect the data. And by doing that, you shift all the liability from the merchant to CyberSource. So, this is really important to the merchant, making sure that it's safe for them. Right. And then, when they do this PCI certification, they are not, when they do the PCI certification, it goes very quickly because they can say, we store everything with CyberSource, which is a PCI level 1 certified provider.
Got it. So if I'm going to summarize kind of the value of enterprise payment security, one, it's safer, yes. right? Because the data isn't stored in the merchant
exactly.
systems. You're taking the data and storing it for them. So one, it's safer. Two, it's less complex now, right? Because there's less hardware, software, less points where the payment is stored.
Exactly.
So less complex. And then you're simplifying everything in general.
Yes.
So the whole process of PCI certification becomes simpler,
yeah.
I assume.
And something I would like to add is that the CIO we're talking about doesn't have any more nightmares, can sleep at night because there's no more payment data in their systems.
Got it.
And it's very important.
Got it. So, I mean, that's a great solution. In fact, that's why we partnered with CyberSource. I think together, ATG's commerce platform and the payment management and payment security platform that CyberSource brings together, we bring basically a safe, security commerce solution. Well, great. Thanks, Alon, for your time today. That was very, very interesting.
Thank you.